Miss Shakita, how you doing? Miss
Shakita
Shakita, how
going
you
once. Shakita going twice.
Miss Shakita, we can't hear you. I can tell you're not very
Can you
educated.
hear
I
me
can
now?
tell that I'm about to kick you the fuck out of my live. See ya. Miss
Can you
Shakita,
hear
are
me
you there?
now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can
yeah,
hear you.
yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Actually, I fell asleep. I just heard you calling my name.
Getting a little quick nap real quick.
Bro, I fell asleep and I heard you say Miss Shakita. I'm like, what in the world? So you done brought me on live. I'm in
Yeah,
here
you up
calling the
now. It's your turn.
hogs. Look, I'm
It's your
calling the
turn.
hogs and hear you calling my name. Like, what in the God? What in the hell? Anywho,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss
anyhow, let me be quick so I can be. So I saw the video,
Video.
right? Yeah, so I
Mm.
saw the video, right? I feel like I have a question I want to ask. I don't know if it's already been asked, but let me ask. So my first question is, if you were brought up in a two-parent household, that's my first question.
As far as a two-parent household, no.
Okay, was your parents together?
Ooh, it's a just a long story.
You can just give me a yes or no. You don't have to
No,
say.
no, no,
Okay, are you an only child?
no.
Okay, so was your did you have a good childhood? Do you like
Oh yeah,
your
of
mom?
course, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you view your mom that way?
Yes, if the shoe fits, then yes, yes. I see her
So
as that way. Hold on, and just because let me throw this one out there, and just because I view her this way and she fits the description, doesn't mean I don't love my mother or I hate my mother or this, that, and the other. That's still my mother. If somebody mess with my mother, I'll hop in the first car and go, do what I do. Like, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean doesn't mean I don't love her, doesn't mean I hate her, but it is what it is. Just like I said with the thief, if one of my family members is a thief and they fit the description of a thief, doesn't mean I don't love them, but they are a thief and you treat them as otherwise. It is what it
well,
is. Continue.
just because you may have stolen one time doesn't make you a thief. So it just means that you stole something one time and that's that, but that doesn't make you a thief. I just want to tell you this: you're young, and I'm hoping that maybe once you live a little bit more, that your mind will change about the way you say things. You sound like you are an intelligent black man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you sound like. You sound like you are an intelligent black man. And so I will hope and pray that when you live a little bit more life, that, at some point you wouldn't view any person that way. You will only have nothing but love and compassion because you don't know. Because one thing about a single mom, I was a single mom, and I got married. And I have four kids, and my husband don't have any kids, and I don't look for people. I wasn't looking for anybody because the Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So I wasn't looking; he was looking for me. So and he found me. So my hope and prayer is that regardless that you ain't passing up your person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with because she already has one child. So I'm gonna hope and pray that that your life um, is is changed in some sort of a way. I'm hoping that you wouldn't put this out there because at the end of the day, we as a race, we as a people, we as a whole should stick by each other, and that to me, that's venom that will come out of your mouth. Oh, if she got more than one child, that sounds like some stuff Kevin Samuels used to say, oh, you're not a
Hey,
high dollar, stuff like that. That's not true.
hey,
There's
I'm
somebody
behind the
for
word of Kevin
everybody.
Samuels, 100%.
Exactly. And you sound like that. You sound exactly like that. You sound exactly like that. So I'm just praying that you get. Cause you see what happened with Kevin Samuels. He was a hypocrite, right? He was a
How is
hypocrite,
he
a
a
whole
hypocrite?
hypocrite. Cause when he died, he had a fat ass white woman killed him. A fat, big, fat, nasty white woman was riding his dick, and he had a
You
heart attack.
mean you mean the Latina that he had, the Instagram model? Cause and she
No,
was
she wasn't an
Hispanic.
Instagram model. She wasn't an Instagram model. She was not. She was fat. She was fat, and she was
I saw
not
the
an Instagram
pictures.
model.
I have the video. She was not fat, and she was a Hispanic woman. So I don't know
No,
what you
she
was
was
seeing.
Latina. No, I did see it. Unless I'm not a fan. So I just saw what social media was saying, and I didn't go look it up or anything like that. But still, too, in him, he's
So
still
hold on. So you didn't look it up. You just
no,
ran with whatever social media said, and that's the fact,
no,
right?
no. I never said it
So
was
how do you
fat
know it's
because
a
I don't
fact if you
care
didn't look it up? But you're
because
saying
I
it as
saw.
if it's a fact
Wait a
because I
minute.
told you what it is, and then you try to correct me.
No, I'm not correcting you. What I said was, it doesn't matter if it was fact. If he was with, I don't give a damn if he was with somebody from Timbuktu. At the end of the day, he still was hypocritical. At the end of the day, the shit he was saying out to the people, he wasn't living by it. Period. Now let's just be clear. The shit he was putting
What
out,
didn't he live by?
he was not living by that. At the end of the day, that man was not.
How was he
He was
not
not.
living?
And then all the stuff that they said his neighbors was could have been complaining on him. Just all the stuff that people was talking about how he wasn't paying his bills and all that. Come on now, he won't say all that stuff about black people and black
So,
women. And he went to Morehouse College. Am I right? Did he go
so
to
as
Morehouse
far
College?
as Kevin Samuels not paying his bills and stuff, I knew the guy who
But we're not
personally knew
talking.
him.
We're not. I don't care if you
No, no, no,
personally
no, no,
knew
no.
him or
Because
not.
you're saying he didn't pay his bills and all this other stuff. Like I know that's a super lie. And what do you know about? Like, tell me, what do you know
I
about
don't
Kevin
know. I
Samuels
don't.
being
Hold on.
hypocritical?
Wait a minute. Let me just tell you this. I ain't gonna even get into that because he dead for one, and he ain't here to. He ain't here to. He can't defend himself. So you sound like a follower. You sound like you share his views. Like I said, I don't want to talk about him because that's not the subject. What I'm saying, I'm not going to negate from the subject. What I am saying to you is, you sound like him. You sound like that's who you are. You sound like you're one of those people. But at the end of the day, he was still by his damn self. So all them, and he was what, 50? How old was he? He was never married. He didn't have any kids. So he still all that he was telling women to look for, he didn't find it. He didn't find it.
So you
He
clearly
he
are
didn't
ignorant
find
and
it.
have no
And
clue
you
what you're
no
talking
don't call
about.
first of all, don't call me
Because
ignorant. I'm not
yes,
first of all,
ignorance is
wait
the
a
lack of
minute.
knowledge. Kevin
When no, I
Samuels
don't
had
care.
two
I
kids
don't
and an
care.
ex-wife.
Okay, well, I
You
don't
just said he
care.
had no kids.
Well, I don't know about him. He wasn't
So you're
married.
coming up on
So
here
he's
with no
divorced, and
information
you
and you're just
sound
spewing
like
a bunch of bullshit that you
you
have
sound
no
like
clue what you're talking about.
but you sound
I'm
like
asking.
him.
I'm saying. How
You
am I
sound
sounding
like
like him?
him.
You're the one who said it. You
You
said he
do,
had
and
no kids. I said he
you're
has
the
two
one who
kids.
confirmed it, and
You
you're the
said he's
one
a
who
hypocrite. I
confirmed it.
said
He is a hypocrite. He's divorced. Okay,
how.
he had been married, so I guess nobody wanted him. So I guess
But you
if
just
you
said he
said,
didn't have no kids.
but if you said that,
Hey,
if
hey,
you
y'all. Hey,
okay,
hey,
so
hey.
I stand corrected. But we ain't gonna talk about Kevin
Let's
Samuels.
yeah. Let's get off Kevin
You
I
know
Samuels.
what I'm
swear to these
saying? I
people,
don't
Let's
want.
get
bro.
He
off Kevin
keeps wanting to
Samuels
bring
and
it
just
back to
get back to
Kevin
the subject.
Samuels. All I said was I referenced the
Okay, let's
man because that's
continue.
who you sound like. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, I just want to tell you, I just really hope because I'm not into to disrespecting a person. I'm not gonna ever disrespect you. I don't care how you feel about anything. I'm not gonna ever disrespect
You
a
just
black
tried
man.
to by calling me
No, I
Kevin
did not. I
Samuels.
didn't call you a name. You called me ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
That continue,
Because hold
continue.
on, wait a minute. You called me ignorant because we had a difference of opinion, or because you said that I was that I
Because
lack
you were
knowledge.
wrong.
I don't care about that. That's not something that I particularly
But that's
care
it.
about.
Continue.
I don't care about it though. I didn't watch his show. I just saw clips. I didn't care about that. He could none of that. Well, all I'm gonna say to you is that I hope you don't find yourself by yourself. That's what I'm gonna say to you. That's all
Okay.
I'm gonna say. Is I hope you don't find yourself by yourself. Is because of the person that you're meant to be with has one child, and you're considering her as for the streets.
So
So
for my
go ahead.
So for my rebuttal for that, and I tell a lot of men this all the time, be the best version of yourself. Make as much money as you can. Level yourself up as far as, talking to women, charisma, getting in the gym and making money. So that way you can be a high value man or the highest value man or the best version of yourself that you can be. So that way you can have leverage. And so that way you don't have to put up with any woman's bullshit and you can pick and choose whatever woman that you want. So you don't have to be with a single mother if you do not want to.
No, that's not my point. What my you
I get
so
your point.
everybody is created for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. I don't care who you pick and choose or who you think. Everybody is created to be with somebody. God will allow it that way. You know what I'm saying? He designed it that way. Everybody so regardless of who you thinking that you're a lot, you're getting yourself up to be this type of person or whatever. You still, like I said, you still could be overlooking your blessing because a wife is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? She's a
Uh,
blessing. And you could be a husband is too. I'm not saying that you're not. But what I'm saying is that okay, so if you get yourself up to this, go in the gym and get yourself up to be whomever it is that you're designed to be, or where it is you're designed to be financially. And what if you get there and you meet this woman, and what if she withheld from you? Because some women do that. They don't come right off and say, "I have a kid." Because they feel like you don't have to, you shouldn't be allowed to know that, that part of their business until things get a little bit more important, and then they introduce you. What if you got to that point and you was feeling somebody, and she said, "Well, since we're getting a little bit serious and I like you, I have a kid. Would you just drop her?"
Once again, y'all ain't gonna like this. Recreational use only. Listen, if you are that guy and you're high value enough, you have your pick of the litter, and you're probably talking to more than one woman. So you probably know, and if you know female nature, you can just put her to the side and be like, "Hey, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. I got Brittany, I got Sarah, I got Kaylee, I got Jaylee, I got Kayla, I got all these women. I got all these women to pick from. And I can pick this one, this one, this one, or that one. And if I do kind of like her, I can still pick another one. That's one of the reasons why men should level up so they can have the pick of their litter and they can pick whatever they want. And if she does have that, guess what? She's disqualified. The second he hears I have a child, he can disqualify her. Because he knows there's certain expectations, requirements that a woman to be with him has to meet no matter what.
Okay. Can I
Like
ask
with
how old?
Ferrari.
Can I ask how
Like
old
when it
you
comes
are?
hold on, and like when it comes to Ferrari,
He's
right?
28, Shakita. He's 28.
Oh, you
And like when
20?
it comes to like
Okay. Okay.
and like when it comes to like this, right? You have a high paying job. Even though you may not like the person, you may like them a little bit, but if there's a person that can make the most money, who can bring in the company the most money, that brings the most value, you're gonna pick him over the guy that you like a little bit because why? He meets the qualities and expectations. And as far as where I get the information from, and oh, I'm too young, the information that I get it from are from wise people who are older than me in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. So what are you going to say? They're not old enough? They need to be old enough to the 70s and 80s to understand?
That's that. Well, I asked how old you was. It don't matter who told you
I'm
what. You're
28.
you're okay. You somebody can advise you, but until you experience certain things, you still wouldn't know.
I've experienced single moms. I've
You
been
know,
around single moms. I've seen single moms.
Your mama was a single mama, so you was raised by,
Okay.
and from
Well,
from your from what I can see, your single mama did a damn good job with you. You seem to be well spoken.
I
You know what I'm
did a good
saying?
job.
Oh, no, your mom did. Oh, that's your problem.
No, 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 no.
Oh, so
See, a
your
lot of
mama
people give,
raised you.
and I give single moms, give them their credit, but let's be real. Whew, Noble, get ready. The chat's about to get lit. A lot of these single moms, they don't really take care of their kids like that. They maintain the child. The child didn't become the child or whatever they could because of the single mom. They became who they are in spite of their single mom most of the time.
Oh,
Yep, I said it. Last time I checked, we got LeBron James, right? His mom did do a good job. She did a great job. But I don't. Last time I checked, she wasn't dropping him off at basketball practice. She wasn't buying him extra sneakers. He had to play through the old beat up sneakers. She wasn't the one dropping him off and picking him up. She wasn't the one making sure he got into X Y Z school. If you hear a lot of these stories, these guys grew up to be who they were in spite of their single mom. They had to survive through hunger, pain, hardship. Their single mom did X, Y, and Z. Oh, you're hurt, you're bitter. Go to YouTube, go online, and you'll see a lot of these stories repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again and again and again.
So do you blame?
Just
So
go and
let me
look.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you put as much blame as your father on your father as you do as your mama?
As far as that goes, yes, there is a little bit of blame on the father, even though the
Why is it
mom's
a
a
little
baby
bit?
mama terrorist. Father should try his best to stick it out, even though he may not agree with them. The woman, or she's taking him in and out of the family court, or she's playing, little games with the man about when he can or can't see him. I think a father should just keep trying, even though it sucks. You made the child with a baby mama terrorist, but that's your kid, so you got to stick it out the best way you can.
Okay. So is that what your daddy did? Did your mama do you like that? Or is
Oh, a
that
little
your
bit,
story?
but it's
So
a
so let me.
long story once
I
again.
understand. You don't have to tell me. I just want to know. Do you resent your mother because of that?
No,
Be honest.
no,
Be honest. So do you feel
no.
like
I'm
if
being honest. Like everybody,
wait,
oh,
wait,
you're hurt. No, at a
I
young
gotta
age, I can see what a lot of people don't understand. At a very, very, very young age, I can see a lot of shit for what it was, not for what I wanted it to be.
so let
So
me
I
ask you.
understood a lot of adult concepts at 9 years old. So I understood a lot of this shit already.
So let me ask you this.
So
The
once again,
when
I
you
don't
said
resent her for it. I don't hate her for it. It is what it is.
but
Come on now.
was you
They
hungry?
trying to trip me up, but they can't trip
Wait a
me.
minute.
They
Wait a minute.
trying.
Wait a minute. Were you hungry? Were you out? Were you homeless? Were you outdoors? Did you have clothes on your back, regardless of where, if it was from Walmart or if it was from Macy's or department store designer? But did you have clothes on your back? Was you hungry? Was you thirsty? Did you get a haircut? If you played sports, did your mama make sure you went to sports? Did Santa Claus come on Christmas? Did the Easter Bunny come on Easter? Did Cupid come on Valentine's Day? Did you get a birthday cake on your birthday? I need to know all that. Did your mama do any of that? Or did you just have a lame as poor ass childhood? Is that what you had? Is that what happened?
Once again, it's a long story.
A long story that come with a lot of
Yep.
pain. Your story
Not
just
really. I
yeah.
had a pretty good childhood. I had my, I had a pretty good childhood. I rode
Okay.
quads, rode bikes, you know, uh, did all the cool things, got Christmas presents. I mean, it wasn't like I had a bad childhood. It wasn't the
Uh,
best, but it's not like I'm struggling
wait till you see
eating
this.
sugar sandwiches.
So you ate sugar sandwiches. So y'all
I
did
said it
struggle.
wasn't like I was eating sugar
Oh, you wasn't
sandwiches
eating
or
sugar.
going
Okay.
through all these other things that these other kids went through.
Exactly. So you realize you didn't have it as hard as you thought you had it as a child, right? You realize
Once again,
when you got around other people or whatever, when you look back, because you probably couldn't see it then, but now that you're older and you can
yes, I
look back,
could.
you probably will say, no, I didn't have it as hard as such and such next door, or old boy at school or something like that. I didn't have it. My mama may have struggled, but she was able to keep the lights on. And when it was cold outside, we had air conditioning. And when it was hot outside, when it was cold outside, we had heat. And when it was hot outside, we had air conditioning. And I could turn the water, you could turn the water on. And when you had cover, you had clean clothes. So she was doing something. She did something. So I don't know. I will say this to you, my brother. I will
I would
say
say
this
that was
to
more
you.
of the government than her, but
No, it wasn't the
splitting
Hey,
government.
hairs.
hey, Miss Keita, please say your closing words, Miss Keita.
I'm
Then
finna, because yeah, you know what? This deja vu, this conversation. Because when he said that, I dreamed this. I literally when he said it was more the government, this was more deja vu. So let me close out with this. I don't know why you would say it was more of the government. If your mama needed assistance to help assist with raising you, then that's what it was. You need to go get a use of counseling. You need help. And you need to forgive your parents for whatever happened in your childhood. You need to forgive her. And you need to move on healthily because you're not healthy. And the way you're thinking is not healthy. And the fact that you're saying all this stuff and you can't turn your camera on, you're a coward. That's what I say about that. You are a coward. Turn your camera on, show your face, say what you mean, and mean what you say. Be a man. That's
I
part of
do
being
say
a
what
man.
I mean.
Okay, well, turn your camera on and show your face. Turn your camera
I
on.
will
Show your no.
eventually.
Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on and show your face. Show your face. Turn your camera on. Let me see how bold you are. Let me see if you mean what you're saying. Let me see if you mean what you're saying. Turn your camera on. Turn it on. Let me see. If you mean what you mean everything you just said, turn your camera on. Let us see you. Let all
I will
121.
eventually.
Let me do it. Let us do it. Let us see it.
I'm not gonna fall for your little trap. I'm
No,
not gonna
no,
take the bait.
okay, because you
Let's
don't
get
mean
your
that.
final words.
Those are my final words. You don't mean it, and you're a
Okay,
coward.
have a nice day.
You too, sweetheart, and you
Thank
be
you, Miss
blessed.
Keita. I
Okay.
appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
Nice talking to you again. Have a good night.
All right.
All right.